Welcome, guys. Today, I just come back after so many days, and I just thought of giving some walkthrough about Swift. When did it came, and what exactly is Swift, and how does it play a vital role into a payment system throughout the world, especially when we have to suppose for the international payments. So let's understand this in depth. So let's get started. So the SWIFT stands for the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. So as the full form itself suggests its definition that it provides a telecommunication path or a medium to provide a message from one institute, that is a banking institute, to another banking institute. So it provides a network that enables financial institutions worldwide to send and receive information about financial transactions in a secure, standardized, and reliable environment. So basically, Swift provides a very reliable and a secure environment where your bank can transfer financial institution related messages to another bank throughout the world. It can be from India to USA or USA to India or any part to any part. So all those member banks who are participant into the SWIFT can send those financial institution transaction messages, and it is a secure because SWIFT provides that security uh, things, and yeah, they are liable for all those security things. So as of 2018, around half of the all high-value cross-border payments worldwide use the SWIFT network. That's very true because all over the world, uh, majorly used cross-border payment network is the SWIFT network, and it is very much popular throughout the world. And in each country, it is being used in order to get the money from a different bank from a different country, and vice versa. So as of 2015, SWIFT linked more than 11,000 financial institutions in more than 200 countries and territories, who were exchanging an average of 32 million messages per day compared to an average of 2.4 million daily messages in 1995. So as we move to different eras of technology evolution, SWIFT started to gather more banks throughout the world, and because of that, as of now, I mean, by 2015 it was 11,000, and I believe right now it's more than 17 to 18,000 financial institutions all over the world coming together, being a participant into the SWIFT, and they can exchange the information, basically transaction information from one bank to another. So SWIFT transfers financial messages in a highly secure way, but does not hold accounts for its members and does not perform any form of clearing and settlement. So that's true. SWIFT only provides a medium to transfer a message, financial institution transfer message from one bank to another bank, but it doesn't hold any kind of account for the banks who are participant into the SWIFT, and it doesn't provide the clearing and settlement, which basically the government agencies does, like RTGS uh, in India, Fedwire in USA, and so on, right? So the clearing and settlement is always done at the government agencies of the respective country, and SWIFT do not provide any role into the clearing and settlement. So we need to understand about the ISO 15022. This is very important standardization that brought by the SWIFT in terms of the financial institution transfer messages. Earlier, there was like 7,000, 7000522, which was not so standardized. And to bring the standardization into financial institution transfer messages, they have brought this 15022 ISO. So it is an ISO standard for messaging used in transactions between financial institutions. Participants in the financial industry need a common representation of the financial transactions they perform, and this standard defines general message schema, which in turn are used by organizations to define messages in complete and unambiguous way. This results in efficiency, lower costs, and the avoidance of errors. Prior to the standardization in this area, there were overlapping standards or ad hoc approaches where there was a functional gap and no standard. That was true, as I said, like earlier, before this 15,022, 7,522 was there, but there was ad hoc approaches and there was a functional gap and hence bringing a lot of human errors. So ISO 15022 was developed in 1995 to provide the securities industries with a better tool to create message standards. So we need to understand how was world doing transactions before SWIFT was evolved, right? So prior to SWIFT, telex was the only available means of message confirmation for international funds transfer. So telex was hampered by the low speed, security concerns, and a free message format, which is overcome by the SWIFT. SWIFT provides all those areas, speed, security, and the free message formats. In other words, telex did not have a unified system of codes like SWIFT to name the banks and describe the transactions. So right now in the SWIFT, we have a SWIFT codes like for each banks who are participant. Basically, for example, we have Standard Chartered Bank US. We can they have named as SCBL US 33XXX. We'll go in depth about these SWIFT codes. How do they derive from a bank later on? But in SWIFT, they have this naming convention, and which telex did not have. So telex senders had to describe every transaction in sentences that were then interpreted and executed by the receiver. So it was in telex they used to write into sentences, they used to read it, and then they used to execute at the receiver end. And this actually led to many human errors. To circumvent these problems, the SWIFT system was formed in 1973. 6 major international banks formed a cooperative society to operate a global network that would transfer financial messages in a secure and timely manner. So initially, when the SWIFT was about to start, only 6 major international banks formed to decide they will use this SWIFT messages to transfer the message, and that is the start of it, and rest is history. So now we need to understand who uses the SWIFT. In the beginning, SWIFT founders designed the network to facilitate communication about the treasury and correspondent transactions only. The robustness of the message format design allowed huge scalability through which SWIFT gradually expanded to provide services to the following. So as I said, like initially the 6 banks were involved and they used to communicate about the treasury and correspondent transactions only, but the SWIFT's robustness was such that it was able to use in the different areas. For example, banks. Yes, banks did use SWIFT messages not only for the international, but now they have started using for the local payments as well within the nation. Rather than using the proprietary message, they believe in going for the SWIFT, which is already being used. But many of the banks still use proprietary, but yeah, that's fine. So other areas is brokerage institutes and trading houses, securities dealers, asset management companies, clearing houses. As I said, like for each country, there will be some clearing houses, RTGS, ACH, NEFT, so on. Depositories, exchanges, corporate business houses, treasury market participants, foreign exchange, and money brokers. So this is all about the SWIFT, history of SWIFT, and how did it get evolved, what all it provides, and what was the situation of the world in terms of financial institution transfer before SWIFT came. Thank you all for watching these videos, and we'll get back to next videos to understand more about SWIFT.